Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be talking about I-DLE's latest comeback called mamamoo, the song, the concept, the controversies and everything relevant surrounding it. So without anything else to add, let's get started.
Turn the effects down, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono. You're from the right or from the left, whether east or west.
I've seen a lot of people criticizing the song, but personally I really like it. It's something very different from what I-DLE usually releases, but it has a calm and laid-back vibe that I genuinely enjoy. The chorus is my favorite part.
You're from the right or from the left,
and it's also the section I've listened to the most because a lot of people are using that part on TikTok. I also really like Miyeon's parts, because I feel like her voice fits the song extremely well, and blends perfectly with the overall mood. The track feels soft and reflective rather than loud or explosive, which is not a bad thing at all. Something that unfortunately I did not like at all and that makes me listen to the song less often is the feature. I don't really know skaiwater, so I can't talk much about their other projects, but I feel like the rap they brought to this song does not fit. It completely breaks the vibe of the track. We go from a very melodic and repetitive section to a rap with excessive auto-tune that simply does not match the song at all. I don't know much about rap either, but it feels like it's chasing the beat instead of flowing naturally with it. I think the feature was included mainly because skaiwater is non-binary, and that aligns with the message of the song, which is the next point I want to talk about. Even so, I still feel like their style clashes with the track, and it's the only part of the song that I always skip, which is a shame because without it I would probably replay the song a lot more. I also want to talk about the message and the lyrics because they are two different things. To start with, the message is very clear. Soyeon has explained that it is about your voice being heard no matter where you are from and no matter who you love. And I have been very critical in the past of Soyeon's lyrics, but this time she is not the one we should be addressing because I looked it up and she is not part of the composition. On one hand, I like that the song is so straightforward and has a clear message that can connect with everyone. It is very different from songs like Oh My God, which more or less shared a message of loving honestly regardless of gender, but had deeper layers, and did not make it that easy for the listener. I feel like there are parts that are very generic. How many times have we heard something like Dance to Your Real Vibe in a song? But overall I think it works fine. I really like the line I don't personally know any 𝒉𝒐 because it talks directly about identities and fits very well with the overall message. In general, I would say that there are parts that are not very original, but the message and the pop potential it has are very strong in my opinion.
Let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono.
About the music video, while I was watching it I found the black and white monochromatic choice interesting because it fits the song really well. But when the colors appear at the end I feel like it elevates the video a lot. I understand that it is an artistic decision that is meant to highlight that contrast, however the fact that we only get color in the final chorus feels a bit wasted to me. I think they should have introduced it in the first chorus to really show the contrast earlier and to enhance the video overall, because it is quite simple, and without the colors it loses a lot in my opinion. I also want to talk about the choreography because they uploaded a performance video that shows it clearly. And I-DLE's choreographies have never really been their strongest point, but I think in this comeback it is very well done. It is simple and easy to dance to, which fits the song very well. Maybe the only part one do not really like is the rap section.
My rhythm play loud, love and dance in my house, baby we can take the party out.
Why are they on the floor? Still, I love how the dancers elevate the choreography. The shapes they create are very visually pleasing and work perfectly. And now we get to the controversies surrounding this comeback, which are mainly two: the live performances and the message of the song. Starting with the live stages, as always Suga has been criticized for her vocals. A video has been circulating on TikTok where Suga seems to be struggling to sing her line. I have checked other performances, and in most of them she sounds decent. Yes, there are a couple where she seems out of breath, but it is only 2 or 3 specific cases.
Dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down. Let it all fade out. The remote. Every day and night. Dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down.
I feel like the easy thing is to criticize Suga because she has had vocal issues in the past, and that is something I am not going to defend. There have been moments where it was honestly indefensible, but right now I think she has improved and her main issue is confidence. Her voice sounds unstable, and I think it is because she does not trust her own abilities, and that lack of confidence ends up making the performance worse. I do not know how true this is because I am not really part of the fandom, but I have seen comments saying that Suga might be going through a rough time, and that her mental health is not at its best, and that could explain why she looks bored or disconnected in some performances. But as I said, in this comeback her growth is very noticeable. The Suga from 𝒉𝒂 has nothing to do with the Suga of mono, and at least we can clearly see that she is improving. And regarding the message of the song, there are 2 sides, those who support I-DLE for once again speaking up for LGBT people, and another group that says that what they are doing is not that big of a deal, and that they are only doing it for fame. I looked at I-DLE's demographics because even though they are from South Korea, they have fans all over the world. This is the screenshot I found, and now I am going to put it into context by mentioning the countries where LGBT people currently have the same rights as heterosexual people. This is not an easy topic for many of these countries, and even if for some people it is hard to understand how talking about such a basic right can be controversial in certain places, the truth is that it is. Not everyone has the privilege of loving freely. And being realistic, I do not know if making songs about this will create a huge or immediate change, but at the very least it gives visibility, and it is genuinely brave to take a stance on these issues coming from South Korea. It is not the first time the girls have done this, but they once again show where they stand and what their beliefs are. I have seen a comment saying that the song is mostly in English, and that therefore it is not brave at all because Koreans will not bother translating the lyrics. Well, maybe not everyone translates them, but I think the word gay that they say in the chorus is understood perfectly. Personally, I applaud I-DLE for making a direct song, without euphemisms or fear, openly supporting the community. Overall, it is not one of my favorite I-DLE songs because in my opinion the concept is too simple. We are in an era where colors, constant changes and more complex concepts are what really grab attention, and I do think the girls are brave for doing something different and going against trends, but personally their older songs still appeal to me much more and resonate with me on a deeper level.
And this has been all. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, it would help me a lot. See ya.